welcome. It is, what is it? Oh, it's almost 7 p.m. Whoop, whoop. Oh my goodness, I've been thirsty today. I don't know why. What did I eat at lunch? I ate something that's made me freaking thirsty all day long. I forgot what it was. Michael, what's up from the biggest YouTubers? We are now October 3rd. 1 month since my accident. A few more weeks to go. I'm hoping I can get out of this walker in the next 2 weeks. Woo! That's what we're hoping. Anyway, I was sitting here, I was trying to do something on X, and it's not working on my computer, but it works on my phone. Something's wrong. I may have to reset my internet here. I hope not. Let's see if this broadcast works. I'm having broadcast difficulties. Or maybe it's just X's problem. Texas Peasant, whoop whoop, what's up? We're starting our October. My life sucks. I knew there was something wrong. Kentucky Mike, what's happening? I can tell there's something wrong. Everything feels laggy. I wonder, maybe I'll have to restart. That means I'll have to kill my internet and everything. Lion Paul, hello. Somebody in the compound, everyone complains about it. My lives are bad, huh? I can fix it. I know how to fix it. I'm going to have to take my SIM card and put it back into this phone, the Saudi one, to get the signal better. I guess I'll do that in a little while. You should have told me more and more about that. I need to fix that. Now, the big question is, do I have a SIM card tool? And if I have one, where did I put it? All right, let's move over here and see if I can find a SIM card tool, or at least a paper clip. Let me look and see. I need a paper clip or something to fix this. Man, I don't know how. You know how you always have a SIM card tool somewhere? I don't know what I did with mine. I used to have them everywhere, and now I don't know where. I kind of like, I have SIM card dysplasia. I don't even know what I done with them. Let's see if we can figure out where I put them. Well, I put them somewhere. I can have yours, yeah. I wish it was that easy. Oh, man. Let's clear off some of this junk up here. Bob Urban, what's up? The one, hello. I am looking for a SIM card tool. I haven't been anywhere. I don't have a car. Can't go anywhere. Whenever I want to go somewhere, I got to call and finagle and inconvenience somebody. So, yeah, I don't have a car. I can't drive for, I guess, 3 or 4 more weeks, supposedly. My injury, I feel better, but I can tell it's danger. I feel much better. However, I can feel it's dangerous. I need to be careful. I'm going to have to pin the info again. I hear you. No, you don't. Anyway, SIM card tool. SIM card tool. Where is the SIM card tool? I don't have one. Damn it. I have displaced my SIM card. There's Uber for handicap app. I tried the Uber and I used it today to go to lunch at somebody's house. The first guy, I waited 30 minutes. Oh, he canceled. And then Uber said, oh, we'll find you somebody else. And I just turned it off. I'm sitting in the living room. This guy pulls up, Uber? I said, yeah. Some dude just pulled up and I got a ride from him. I don't even know how it happened. It was kind of weird. It was really, the guy just showed up. After somebody canceled, it automatically sends somebody else. I didn't know it did that. Uber app here is not very nice. Okay, out of all my junk, I don't have a SIM card tool. They do that if someone cancels. Well, I didn't know that. If somebody cancels, I don't want them to rebook right away. Yeah, I don't really like that. I already called somebody else to come and get me, and they were getting ready to come. You send me the app. It's what in WhatsApp. Okay, I'll check it out. Yeah, I need to go a few places, but the Uber is so terrible here. Today's experience was, not always, but today it wasn't very nice. And then the dude who picked me up, he was a great guy. I had no problem. And it's very cheap, Uber. It's not expensive here, but the dude was kind of funny. The dude was from Jazan. He didn't speak any English. But we figured it out. It was kind of funny. My broken Arabic and his zero English, I managed to get where I was going. He didn't speak one word. Yeah, zero English and my broken Arabic. Somehow I made it to my destination. I don't know how. But he was kind and helpful and considerate. I got no complaints. He was a nice dude. My only complaint is we didn't talk a lot. Check out my shirt. All my t-shirts are dirty. The last one I had was the ones full of holes. I need to get my stuff down to the laundry. What happened with my injury? It's been a month since I broke my femur. I got another month before I can walk around without a walker. I broke the biggest bone in my body. Very bad deal. Yeah, it's a very, very bad thing. I didn't know how bad it was. I've never broken something that... No, it was a bicycle accident. Cycling accident on a cobblestone road with a rock directly into my hip bone. Direct rock hit. I can't believe I don't have a SIM card tool. I think my brain's not clicking right now. Maybe if I sit back, I'll remember where I put them all. I didn't get a new walker. I just used some tape. I got a cane, but I can't figure out how to use it. It scares me. I just used some, what do you call it? What did I use? Some electrical tape? I just used some electrical tape and foam, and I put my phone mount there. That's it. I did it ghetto style. So I got a ghetto walker. Let's go in the other room and see if I can locate a SIM card tool. Yeah, I got the big old ghetto walker. I'm in denial. I don't want to purchase something I think I'm not going to use, even though I could probably use one for another month. I'm in the purchase denial. I just don't want to buy one. I should have bought one the first week. Print with a... Randy, you just hired a helper called $1,800 a month. Yeah, I should have done that. It's too late now. I'm getting by now. I'm getting by now. I had all sorts of offers. This was going to happen. That was going to happen. Day after day. At the end of the day, nothing happened. Somebody was going to help me. And then, I can't come till after work, 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. And everybody had something happen, some excuse that just didn't work for me. So one thing led to another, and I ended up with nothing. Okay, I can use this as a SIM card tool. Yeah, one thing to another, and I just didn't get it. Hop along. How's it going? What's up, Steve? I'm doing all right. I'm sitting here trying to find a SIM card tool. I think I can use this thing. I feel kind of paranoid to walk around, so I'm being careful. Yeah, I'm just paranoid now, because now I'm like at the really good stage, halfway through all the nonsense. So I'm kind of a little paranoid. I can imagine now re-injuring at this point. That would freak me out. So I'm being paranoid. Pick a wire device. I'm going to use that wire to get a SIM card out in a little while. I haven't been doing the evening broadcasts. I can't find my SIM card tools, and my mind's kind of foggy today. I can't really get my... I'm having a dumb day. Yeah, I just can't really focus today. You ever have one of those days? Paperclip. I can't even find a paperclip in here. I'm having a dumb day. In the iPhone box. There's probably one in my box. That's a good idea. Thanks. I'll look in the box. I got that thing. Yeah, I'll look in the box. It's probably there. I don't want to go back and forth room to room. I'm trying to chill out. I moved around too much today. Good to see you broadcasting the evening. Yes, British Spy, what's up? I went to somebody's house today for lunch. I went through an Uber nightmare, but somebody showed up and I went there. I get to the house and I notice there's 2 steps to get into the sidewalk. And then there's 2 steps to get into the front of the house. Another 3 steps to get up on the porch. This house is like split levels. Cole could come over a month. Just costs too much, you know, Kurt? Yeah, I rode the bike. I just rode a couple of miles yesterday, or a couple of kilometers. I don't remember if I was on miles or kilometers. Just around the circles in a compound. The only danger would be if I fell. That would be a catastrophe. I didn't do it today. I'm kind of paranoid. Yeah, I know. I was really paranoid, so I didn't go today. I was too paranoid to try it. But I did go out roaming around somebody's house, went to lunch at their house, came back. Did you fund a raise to airline cover? No, I didn't. Damn, I don't feel like looking outside. I think there's a cat on my, what do you call it, on my windowsill. There's a cat there. Damn cats freak me out sometimes. All those cats here, they really freak me out. Yeah, them damn cats will get at the door and they'll sleep on it and push it, or they sit at the window and hit the window. They freak me out all the time. If something is ever really wrong, I'm not going to know it, because I'm starting to get numb to all the strange noises due to these cats. Yeah, I'm just so used to odd noises and things in the middle of the night nowadays. I won't know when there's really something to beware of, or to look at, or take care of. He does feed me. I feed them every morning and every evening. They already know what time. When it's time to eat, they're standing at the door. They know exactly when the food's here. Just back from the hospital. Prognosis outcome not good for the hip replacement. Last max 15 to 20 years. After that, needs replacing again. Then only 50% success rate. What? You mean to tell me all these people that I see on the internet are getting a hip replacement and they're having to replace them? That's, oh my God. I just see a guy that I know, an avid cyclist, just had double hip replacement, but he didn't say nothing about needing another one in 15, 20 years. That's nonsense. That's a major surgery to go through it twice. Yeah, that's major. You need an electric mobility scooter, right? No, I'm fine. I'm just going to suffer through mine. He was brutal with his honesty. Well, must be a hip recall. Hell, I don't know. I've never heard that. I'm glad you said that. I've never heard that before. You know, I see people online all the time that went through a hip, the steel ball and whatever hip replacement. So every 20 years you'd have to go through that. 15. Seems hardcore. I don't see how that's like that. Prince, what's up? I thought everything lasts like a lifetime. It's not a recall, it's your bones age. Huh. Really? You ready for the trampoline? No, I can't do no trampoline. I can get around, but I got to be careful. People think it's great to do the instant relief from the pain, but after that, it's downhill. Well, you got me double thinking that. I'm glad I beat mine with my weight loss cured mine, thank God. Now you can ask for the Kim Kardashian hip style. There you go. Wow. I'm glad you said that. That's really good news. I mean, not good news. That's good knowledge. Run a half marathon in a year. I don't know. I'll be fine in a couple of months. And by next year, I'll be able to do jumping jacks off the roof. God willing, we should be halfway normal. Anyway, Steve, getting a hip replacement, I mean, you're going to have that, I'm sure, 3 months of recovery just to get it done. It's hell. I wonder why it's not the same as titanium. I guess because the titanium goes in the bone and bonds with it. I guess the hip is a joint, steel ball or something, so it's different than the screws that people live with their whole life. Hell, when I was a kid, we had a neighbor dude that got scoliosis. And they put a rod in his back, and he always was straight his whole life. He's now 70 years old. Hell, he's had that damn rod in his back his whole life. I never heard anything about replacing it. Joint sounds good. Anyway, I'm getting familiar now with all these surgeries. I got a couple of projects I want to do at home. I've been just playing with these bikes, taking parts on and off, switching things around, watching a lot of nonsense videos. I'm a little burnt out today, though. Yeah, I'm a little burnt tonight. He said if you were a postman, you expected would be 8 to 10 years. Really? Did you look online? Is that the general opinion of all doctors? How come we've never heard of this? People always excited and talking about their new hip or new knee. I've never heard it's a short-term deal. Due to wear and tear. Really? So they still can't make a hip ball that can last. That's crazy. I want to go, hell, let's go back in the other room. I want to see what AI says. I'm just blown away by this information. Really, let's go. Let me hobble back into the other room. This information is blowing me away. Really. I had never in my life heard of such a thing. Yeah, I ride bikes still. I rode yesterday. I shouldn't have. Doctor put 3 screws in your knee and said I would need to replace it as I had good cartilage. Really? Yeah, I got a good bike dream. I have a dream. I have a dream. We'll tell you about my dream. I need someone to join me in my dream. A dream becoming a millionaire? No. I want to ride a bicycle from Saudi to Thailand. I need a partner to come with me. I want to leave Saudi on a bicycle, travel through Kuwait, Iraq, Iran, Pakistan, India. My wife can't ride a bike that far. It'd kill her. I need somebody who wants to go on a one good adventure. We want to cross like 7 countries, but now younger people needing them, and its longevity is not good. I hear you. Let's look this up right now. Hold on. How long does a hip replacement last? Son of a bitch. It's not even a secret. It's the first thing that comes up. 15 to 20 years. Wow. I wonder why they don't talk about that. And that's if you don't use it. That's if extending the lifespan is low impact exercises and avoid high impact activities. Most docs would tell you that if they're good doctors. Well, that should have been public information. They promote this hip replacement like it's nothing. Yeah, right here, Steve. Check it out. The first thing comes up. Yeah, bike is not. Bike is low impact. The first thing that comes up is 15 to 20 years. And that's if low impact exercising, low impact activities. Yeah, running is bad for you. Actually, bicycle's the best for low impact. It's best for your circulation and cardio. However, the running is not. Running blows out your knees, ankles, and cartilage, and also it's bad on your backbone. There's a lot of people running have problems. Oh, it even says, yeah, that if they have to replace this hip in the next time, it's unpredictable if it will even work. Gee. And then once they give you this new hip, you're not supposed to really use it. This is not very good. So what are you going to do, Steve? You're going to get one or live in pain? Do you have a choice? I mean, what are you going to do? Said no jogging, no riding a horse, no skiing, no heavy cargo lifting. Extraordinarily concerning comparison to these advice. Yeah, that's true. So you got to make a decision. No choice, pain unbearable. So you have to get it done. Well, once you get it done, that's the end of the gym. You shouldn't be walking, and you need to control your weight without hard exercise. So, that's hardcore. You're going to be a light duty guy now. You have to exercise, but only low impact exercise. You got to have to get a bicycle. An indoor cycle. That'll be your low impact exercising. Why am I getting so much messages? Every device tells me I got an email. So when are you going to get it done then? Even walking not good. Wears it out quicker. Yeah, it says really low impact. Anyway. Try the bike movement in the air. Oh, when you recover from this broken femur, that's one of the things you have to try. Try to sell a bicycle to Steve. Hell, he's in the UK. He's in Scotland. They have the best bikes in the world there. Prices are high, but they got good bikes. I'd like to sell all of mine and buy one more. I'll work on that in the next few weeks. They came out with a new bike I want. I have to sell all 3 of my bikes, or 4, to get it. Let's see how I recover and what's going on. There's a new bike out. No, I buy and sell bikes, but it's slow now. I have like 1, 2, 3. I have 4 I need to sell now. I'll start advertising tomorrow. See, all you got to check out this new bike that Trek came out with. Trek has came out with a bike that I really want. It always goes like that. Hey, Randy, I hope your health is improving day by day. Hey, I'm going to be an optimum. I'm going to be great. Check out this new bike by Trek. And I really wasn't a fan of Trek again until now. This is the new Trek full suspension gravel bike. I really like that bike. I don't like the color, but I like a dull suspension. It's very interesting. I basically could convert my bike, though. I don't really need anything. The problem is the price of bikes nowadays. Do you know how much this son of a bitch is? Look at the price for this freaking bicycle. $8,999. What is up with the bicycles now? It's insane. $9,000 damn bicycles from Trek. That's really crazy. Trek. They come out with something new and they just really make people desire, and they put the price at insane. Nice though. Still high priced. $9,000 for a freaking bicycle. I remember when I was a kid, I bought my first Trans Am and I paid $9,900. My dad called me an idiot for 6 months. Couldn't believe it. I think my payment was $400 or $500 a month. He was shocked. He wore me out. He just couldn't believe that. It was just the most outrageous thing he'd ever thought about. He thought it was insane. Here's the car right here I bought. I bought the Firebird Redbird in '79 when I was in high school. This is the exact car I had right here. I bought it used for $9,900, and my payment was like $400 and some a month. And I was in high school. I worked every night at Hugh Young Produce and Gas Station to pay my payment. I changed the wheels to Gold Krager SS. It's a Pontiac Redbird Firebird, which was basically a red edition Trans Am. I had the exact, that's it. That was my car. Yeah, back in the day, it was the coolest car you could buy. I worked at that damn gas station every night till wee hours of the morning. That payment wore me out. Back then, that was a big payment. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, that was like a hell of a payment for a high school dude. Worked my ass off at that damn produce. You know, I remember also something when that car came out. I was working at the 24-hour gas station produce place, and they brought in the first plastic water in bottles. And the owner of this place, old man Hugh, I forget what it was. I think it was bigger. I think it was a 5.6 liter or something. It was a big motor. It was fast. At the time I got it, they just invented the water in a bottle, and they put them in the store. And I laughed. I said, nobody going to be paying money for water in a bottle. That's a stupid idea. I thought that was so ignorant. I was shocked that somebody was selling water in a plastic bottle with just regular water in it. I'll never forget that. They brought in hundreds of cases of that stuff to the store. So I was wrong. They were right. Bottled water was a big deal. You know, I knew sparkling waters and Perrier was, sellable, but I didn't know just regular old water in a plastic bottle would be so sellable. Turned out to be a thriving business. We were a big gas station, and he put produce in it. That was actually crazy. I kept that car spotless. I never let that car get dirty. I remember I was in that car And I went to pick this girl up for a date. And I went out to her house, and she had like a gravel driveway. She got in my car and got dirt all over the floor. I freaked out. Was it Sharon? No. Anyway, I kind of freaked out. We went out, and it just wouldn't, it bothered me the whole time. I took her home real early. I was angry. Got my car dirty, bitch. Why'd you do that? I was fanatic. I would clean my car, even use tape to get the specks out of the carpet. It was the shiniest. I was always known for the unbelievably most shiny car. That was my ritual in life. I would get up Saturday morning, wax and polish my car. That was one of my big ordeals. I would polish the hell out of my car. I would detail it every week. I can't believe how much time I used to spend when I was young cleaning my cars. I wouldn't take it to no car wash. I had to do it myself. I was really into keeping a spotless car. The funny thing today is kids have four-door cars. Sharon says she would have given it a polish. There you go. I'm not even going to get into it. I'll get in trouble. Your first car was BMW 320i from the E30 series. Nice car. Those are good cars. I liked muscle cars and V8s when I was younger. Yeah, we don't want to get the whole polishing the knob shiny going. Cars in Saudi, the shiny colors disappear quickly because of the heat. Yeah, here, the number one car is white. It hurt to be forced to sell it one day. Did you sell it? Then I grew out of cars and I got into just having a truck. And I always had Ford trucks. I had a lot of cars. Shit. Growing up, I had more cars than a dealership. I had Mercedes, Porsches, I had everything. I spent the first decade of my life working for cars. I traded cars every 6 months to a year. I traveled all of America in a 944 turbo Porsche. That was a great car. I even had Alfa Romeo. I had an Alfa Romeo GTV6. That was a maintenance headache nightmare. It's a piece of shit Alfa Romeo. God, what a piece of junk. You had a vacation from a vacation job? Cool. I had that Alfa Romeo. Them gauges never did work right in that car. That car would be perfect for about a week and then something would not work on it. It was always something related to the electronics. I'll show you that car. That was a fun car, though. Nobody had one. And it was real fast. Yeah, this is the one I had. You had that 635 CSI coupe. Cost a fortune in fuel. I hear you. That was an Alfa Romeo GTV6. I drove it from Tennessee to California. I kept it out in California, actually. I would leave it at my friend's house when I would go to the Philippines, and he would drive it around. Hell, the only car that almost blew up on a trip across America was a stupid Saab. had a Saab 900 Turbo. That was nothing but a piece of crap. God, it was a junk car. We had to turn off the air conditioning in the desert so the engine wouldn't melt. The Saab, turbo Saabs were aluminum blocks. As soon as we hit New Mexico, in the middle of the summer, we had to finish the trip to California with the windows cracked and no air on. Sweated my ass off. Thought I was going to die. Had the same issue with a Saab. God, those cars are terrible. I hated that car. Oh, my funnest car, I had a BMW 735i, and it was a nice car. It got flooded in Houston during a flood. Never did run right again. I had the Mercedes. Which one did I have? I had a killer Mercedes. I drove it for a while. I can't remember. The one that looks like, shaped like this. I don't remember the car. I could look through pictures and see it. Yeah, I had a killer Mercedes. That car was nice too. I blew the transmission out in that one. It had the 5-liter in it, and I was smoking the tires and raising hell in that car all the time. Jensen Interceptor was a superb car. I don't know, really, we didn't have those. Actually, the best car I ever owned that never broke down and got great gas mileage, and I traveled probably 50,000 miles in. Damn Camaro with a V6 in it. It wasn't super fast, but it was a good car. Hell, the thing got like 40, 50 miles a gallon. I traveled all over America in that car for like 5 years. Damned old Camaro. Regular Camaro with a V6. Never anything went wrong. Never had an issue. The car was just perfect. Never had a single problem with that car. The Porsche was fairly dependable too. I only had one problem with that. When the radiator blew out, I was in Miami. Cost like $1,200 to put a new radiator in. At the time, that was a lot of money. I could barely eat. But that damn, you had to throw an anchor out the window to stop it, did you? I was a car freak when I was younger. I'd probably have millions of dollars if I never got into cars. God, I was into cars way too much. But that you're young, having fun, and I travel always across America for my work from town to town, so it was cool. Saab went out of business, didn't they? Their cars are just terrible. They closed down in America. I don't know if they're still in business. Yeah, they had to run that. Their cars were just shite. What a crap car that was. God, it was terrible. Looked cool, but man, it was bad. Swedish car, junk. Even that Swedish hybrid car, the battery car, went out of business. That dude came out, gonna make his great car. It was so crappy they closed the company down. That one that YouTuber MK talked about made fighter planes. I wouldn't be afraid of their fighter planes. They're bad. The Swedes are bad car makers. Oh, I take it back. The biggest nightmare car I ever I had a Jaguar Vandenplas. That damn Jaguar, that son of a bitch was a nightmare. I had a triple black Jaguar Vandenplas. They have Scania trucks. Well, I see their trucks around the world, so that's not bad. That damn Jaguar Vandenplas. I screwed up by getting that Jaguar. I traded my Mercedes in for the Jag. I really got hurt on that deal. I don't even remember where the Jag went. E-types are worth $1 million. Yeah, if you had them. Mine was a Vandenplas, fully loaded, looked like a damn mafia car. But mine had just some type of a transmission thing nobody could figure out. They would fix it, and it would happen over and over again. The damn transmission would always leak, and they couldn't figure it out. It would go for a day or two, and then it'd break. It was just a nightmare of a car. E-Type is 320, is it? Vibrating prop shaft caused him. Is that what it was? They couldn't figure out. Here's the car I had. How much did this one go for? I had this one. I had that Jaguar Vandenplas black. How much did it sell for? They don't even say. Huh. This son of a bitch here. I had it down to they tried so many times to fix the transmission and never could get it right. Anyway, it was a good car. Comfort-wise. Mechanically, it was a piece of junk. Vibrating prop shaft caused them problems. Well, it'd been nice if somebody could have told us that back in the day. Now it looks like a 90s version. I had it in the 90s. That's when I had it. That is a 90s version. I had it in the 90s. I had all the nice cars before I was married. When I was young and single and dumb, it didn't matter. Hell, I'd buy a car every 6 months. There was a dealer in Texas, in Austin, that knew me, and I never even lived there. But I would drive from the Tennessee to California all the time, and I'd buy cars from him because he'd always give me a good trade deal. Hell, I was always in a new car. People thought my dad was a mafia guy or something. They wondered how I had a new car every 3 to 6 months. Hell, I had him because that's what I was doing, was working, and my car was my business. I always had a good car. When I got married to Vanjie, I'd ordered a brand new truck. Let's see if I can figure out what it was. Where is that truck I had? Yeah, they cost money. It wasn't cheap. Well, this is a yellow one. I don't see a picture of a black one. This was some special car. Finally married, real body pain. You're finally married to real body pain. No, I don't know. I'm used to it. I forget what the model was called, but this car, I don't know, it's like 400 horsepower, Ranger step side, some special edition model. I had a black, some special model. And on this one here, the day I got it and pulled out of the dealership, an old man and his wife run right into the back of me. I couldn't believe it. I was on the way home from the dealership after ordering this truck, and a guy ran in the back of me. It was an old couple. I got out, and I was about to freak out, and then the guy was such a heart of gold, I didn't even get mad. He said, son, I'm sorry. I was looking at your truck and I thought how nice it was. And hell, next thing you know, I hit you. I couldn't get angry at the guy. It just sucked. I didn't have the car 30 minutes and it got rear-ended. That's the truck I had when we got married. He was such a good-hearted soul that I couldn't even get angry about it. And I was kind of picky about cars. I was kind of weird about it. Must have been polishing the car. I was just getting on the freeway, leaving the dealership. Dude hit me. Anyway, it is what it is. Old boy was a good old guy. Can't get mad at good people. I wanted to. I think it was called an Edge or something. It was called something. I forget. Some special truck. It only had 2 seats in it. When I got married, when Vanjie came to the U.S., that was the truck I had. I don't remember where. Anyway, it was some new model that just come out that year. I read that twice. Hell, it's 8 o'clock. I think I'm about ready to call it a night. I need to go lay down. I've been setting up for 2 hours. Yeah, this is a problem. I don't know if your hip has that problem, Steve. I can't sit down for no more than about an hour, hour and a half now without getting up and going somewhere else. I got to move around a little bit. I think it's this gaming chair because the side has these holder things in it. It bothers my hip over here. Yeah, at least I know mine's healing. Yeah, I got to get up. I can't just sit. I tried gaming the other night again. Hell, I couldn't handle it. I got to get a different kind of a butt pad until my hip gets healed. That's normal for artificial hip bone components. Well, now that Steve told me about that and I read what the AI says, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that you have these kind of problems. I had no idea. They don't tell you that. Well, mine, you don't have a choice. You can't live without titanium bolts. Your femur bone doesn't heal itself. It's one of the few bones that there's no repair. You've got to get bolted back together. All right, let's cruise into the other room. Maybe that'll help me for a minute. I can't hang out right here now. I got to give this chair a break. Oh. Whew. When I stand up just to get the stretch, it's kind of hard. Jeez Louise. Okay, now we're stretched. So when's the schedule for your surgery? Calling me tomorrow and play a game. Yeah, I'll play tomorrow, no problem. Let's do it. I'm hanging out. Just call. If I don't answer, I'm probably away from the phone. I'll be back to it in a minute. But I try to carry the phone with me because I can't run and answer any phone. Oh. All right, sit this stuff down. We're going to sit on the couch for a minute. Surgery, honestly, you're on a waiting list? Huh. Well, that kind of sucks. What, do you have artificial hips? No, I don't. You got 2 of them. Kostov, how long have you had yours? Yours could be up to 3 years. Hell, go to Thailand to get it done. Can't you go to another country? There's got to be a place where you could just pay for it in another country that's known for good surgery. Then again, You year and a half now. Okay, wow. I seen last week where a guy in the UK went to Turkey to get a. You can pay for it there, £16,500. Well, if I was in dying pain, may have to pay it. You know what I mean? If I'm dying, I may have to pay it. I know there's some days I'd give anything I have to get rid of the pain. And if yours is really bad, you got no choice now. Yeah, I'd have to pay it. I couldn't wait 3 years living in pain. Hell, I've been down for 1 month and I'm about to go crazy. Thank God, though, my pain's going away less and less every day. I couldn't imagine the way you're living with it. I know how you're living. I had the same problem, but I got lucky. After I got skinny, my pain stopped. My pain was all fat-induced. I got lucky. I can't believe my hip pain stopped. Yeah, I got real lucky about that. I didn't know what I was going to do. I thought it was sciatica. I thought it was hip. I'd been to the orthopedic people. Nobody could give me the proper answer. Turned out losing all the weight and switching to carnivore cured me. That is a miracle, actually. God, I was suffering. Hell, I couldn't walk 100 feet without sitting down in pain. Actually, for a major surgery, 16.5 is, I mean, it sounds expensive, but it's not that bad. The surgery I just now had was like close to $7,000 just to get titanium bolts put in. So it's not too bad. Yeah, the blood clot risk is a big risk. The doctor scared the shit out of me with the whole blood clot thing. Yeah, they gave me a big briefing and I had to sign a paper about that. I actually had to sign some kind of a legal release to let me know that you can die from this and you should not take a flight. Yeah, it's a big deal. Any surgery is a high risk of blood clots. I signed a medical release paper, and then I got a big lecture that I can't get on an airplane due to the pressurization. They would have to fill me full of blood thinners, and I still could die from a blood clot. After any major surgery, yeah, it's a big deal. That's the reason I'm not in the Philippines. I ain't getting on no damn plane. I ain't taking a risk. I'll sit in this apartment and play with my pecker before I get on an airplane. I ain't doing it. It's a big deal. Real big deal. Doctors scared the hell out of me. I wasn't truly scared until they pulled out the legal form to let you know. You can't fly, this surgery, people have died, blah, 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 blah. I said, damn. They let you know it's a major ordeal. People talk like these things are just, oh, yeah, I'm getting a hip replacement. Oh, I had this done or that done. Hell, it's a big ordeal. It's not light. We just talk about it because it's common, but it's not safe by any means. It's definitely a danger thing. And I remember when I got home from the hospital and my whole side turned black, purple, and yellow, it scared the hell out of me. I didn't know what was going on. They just said that was the delayed bruising from the surgery. But I didn't know. I thought I had some kind of internal something happening bad. My leg looked nasty. The whole side of my body was so many colors, it looked like I'd been dead for a week. All the colors of the side. From my kneecap to my waistline on my right leg, I had, he told me my age 60, just had someone up, went all good. Next morning his wife found him dead. Yeah, that's true. They were telling me the stories too. It's dangerous. That's another thing that's freaky, huh? And they disclose it right away, and they have a witness in the room when you sign the paper. You initial and sign the paper. Here, even in Saudi, they do that. What am I going to do? I have to have implants. I didn't have a choice. It's like, I'm not going to sign it and just lay here and die. Well, I got to sign the paper. What else am I going to do? That's the wild thing. You don't really have a choice. In my situation, I'm broke in half. I didn't have a choice. It's just like I either do this or I... I said, did he get a refund for the hip? You should have asked him if you could buy that hip. If it was not being used, only use it about a day, could you get a discount and use that old boy's hip? Maybe you could buy that hip used. Hell, didn't use it. Not even a day. Modern medicine is pretty impressive, but it's still dangerous. It's very impressive what they do, but it's still dangerous. It's not all hunky-dory. There's a percentage of people that don't do it, that don't come out okay. Even liposuction. You know, people that go to the doctor get the fat sucked out, like 2 or 3% of those people die. It is a small risk, but if you're one of those 2 or 3% of the people that die, that's a big risk. It's only small if it doesn't happen to you. You know, a man's got to do what a man's got to do. I hear you. Yeah, when they start pulling out all this legal stuff right before they roll you into surgery, it's like, hey, dude, why didn't you tell me this yesterday? Maybe we could have looked at some options. We're going into surgery right now. And then I had to sign a paper also because of anesthesiologist. You know, some people die from anesthesia because they knock you out cold. You don't even remember anything. You can't be awake while they do that. You would freak. You would just couldn't handle it. Especially me. I had giant titanium screws, titanium bolts put down the center of my bones with the like power tools. You can't be awake while they're doing that. You would freak. You'd probably just die from the pain instantly. So, Steve, it looks like you're going to end up paying for it. When are you going to get it done? You're going to have to do the pay program. You can't be waiting 3.5 years. Oh, I was about to say that guy from the UK went to Turkey for a hair transplant, went home and died. Did you see that on the news? He went to Turkey to get a those hair implants. Hell, he came back to the UK and died. Just happened last week. That was pretty freaky. Dude got some kind of weird infection and died. Just think, a dude died because he didn't want to look bald. That's a shame, isn't it? He died because of self-esteem. Low self-esteem killed him. You got a consultation next week for private. All right, cool. I don't know, a lot of people go to Thailand to get different surgeries. People go to Turkey for different things, but I'd be afraid to go to Turkey after that dude died from a hair transplant. Apparently Thailand has like these luxury hotel surgery centers. People go there to get a lot of stuff done. Did they tell you the recovery process for that? How long it takes to recover? It'll be 6 weeks before the op. The problem with the Thailand is the aftercare. Oh, is that what it is? Oh no, I watched a documentary about people from around the world going to Thailand and the type of hospitals that they're put in. They look like 5-star hotels. I mean, they look like luxury places. They don't look like your regular run-of-the-mill drabby white hospital. They look nice and comfort. Even their rooms look good. They had a documentary about a guy who went there to get some heart surgery done, and it was pretty positive. Just a front, they op in the back garden, maybe. It looked good to me. The guy, it looked real good. He was from the UK too. He couldn't wait. I was on a waiting list for some surgery. Hey, Myrna. And he didn't want to wait, so he went to Thailand and just paid for his whatever he had done. I forget, some heart thing. I don't remember if he had a valve replaced or what it was. Some kind of a... But there's a lot of people from the UK that go to Thailand for different surgeries because they don't want to wait. And they don't want to pay the price. I wonder how much it is in the U.S. to get a hip replacement. It'd probably be high dollar, I don't know. The U.S. medical care is outrageous. It's highway robbery. We don't give anybody a break. Yeah, the U.S. surgery is outrageous. Anyway, Steve, good luck. I hope you get your consultation done. Give me a call tomorrow if you want to play some PUBG. I'll be sitting here doing nothing. Myrna, thanks for coming in, but we're just now leaving. Sharon, everybody who is here, everybody's been chit-chatting, input and output and all that nonsense. Thank you. See you folks later. I'm going to go lay down flat. I remember one of the lads needed stitches in his head after a Thai fight. The doctor spat on the needle. No way. Oh my God. That's freaking crazy. Sew you up. That's just nasty. I would pass out if I seen that. Pass out in anger. Oh, that's insanity. Could you imagine that? Oh. Anyway, I'm going to go. I've had too much setup time. I need to do some parallel time for a few minutes. See you folks later. See you guys.